Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody. Well guys, a couple of words on the gold market. As you can see, due to the statement of the OPEC meeting, you see that that has hurted the gold prices and market. We've shown some small plunge down, but it probably will be correct to say that market is still calling around the major resistance. It's around monthly pivot point and 12 or 8 Fib resistance. And we can't say that the chances on the upside continuation have been lost totally. Probably we still could get some situation where market some factors that could impact on the market, and market really could continue move higher. But really right now we see only one possible factor that could drive market high, and that's Switzerland voting on the purchasing of the gold from the Swiss National Bank. A recent poll of the opinion suggests that just 38% are ready to say yes to the purchasing of the more gold reserves from the S&B, and that's a major expectation of the markets that probably a result of the voting will be no answer. But if this will be yes, that will be a really positive surprise that could lead market, drive market higher, because in this case, Swiss National Bank will have to purchase approximately 1,500 tons in some years, and that's really could be the supporting factor. That also could become pure psychological support in the short term. So this will be a bit unexpected result, as in the recent weeks. The social poll suggests that this will be probably no answer, but the positive result of the referendum concerning the purchasing of the gold really could drive market higher. That's in fact only the factor that we see right now that could somehow drive market above current levels. Only, of course, if something will happen on a geopolitical unexpected situation, that could be another one. But the well-known factors, among the well-known factors, that's the only factor that could come from the Switzerland in the current weekend. Pure technical approach suggests that you can see this retracement has started. Market is approaching to the MACD predictor. And if we will get the grabber, bullish grabber here, something of that sort, take a look at what has happened here. As you can see, market has shown the upside action. So maybe something of that sort we could get here. So that's why in the coming week we have to closely look for this possible combination around 1170 and 1175 area. This market when it will test the MACD predictor. But beyond the voting in the Switzerland, we currently, guys, would not see any real purchases on the market. So SPDR fund still reports on the outflow. It has lost another 5 tons of the storages of the gold in the recent time. And that suggests that we do not see any institutional investors' money that put in the gold. That's why the major concern is what will support the gold from the further drop without the money of the big players, of the big consumers, of the big investors. So it's very difficult to rely on any retracement, on any bullish sign, on any bullish pattern if you do not have the background, do not have the foundation on the real purchases on the real market. And as you can see on the previous time, on the last time, that has led to the just the tremendous drop to the downside. There's nothing could hold market from this action, because this retracement was not been found on any on a real money, on a real purchase. That was just some artificial retracement, maybe some technical retracement, but not the real purchases. Something of that sort we have right now. Although we have real significant thrust of this closing position here, but later this PDR fund doesn't show any inflow, and we will take a look again at the CFTC report on the common week. If we would not see any continuation with the changings that we have seen here, in this case probably we could say that this is just the occasional or just a single time splash in the CFTC on the sentiment on the market participants, and that has no continuation right now, has no gradual tendency. Well, that's what we have on the daily. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we see that although market has shown this plunge down, you can see that in fact it's still calling around the weekly on the pivot levels. So here was action slightly above the weekly pivot point. Now it has turned to the downside and has hit the weekly pivot support band, even has formed this some sort of the butterfly. But hardly will happen today something really drastic. It's probably market will stick somewhere around this area with the expecting of the results, the voting in the Switzerland. That's why chances as an upside splash on some grabbing stops still exist. And but to be honest, guys, I mostly feel that we will get some gap open to the downside on the Monday. I'd not call you to take the short position. Maybe it will be wrong right now to anticipate such sort of the action in general, such sort of the events as the significant voting on the Swiss National Bank. Would not want to do this, but overall situation stands so that it's very few bullish moments right now on the market, on the gold market. On another 4-hour time frame chart, you'll see that market is breaking down right now this support line, small support line, and take a look. That's the divergence, bearish divergence right at the 12 or 8 fib resistance on the daily chart. If you take a look at the hourly chart with this trend line, you can see that breakout has happened, retesting. So currently I'm not very impressed with this action, and I don't know. Right now maybe it's better to wait, because it could be really expensive if you would like to anticipate the voting and such events. It's better to take action. It's better to take the position when you have the information, when you have something. And right now, although we assume that probably we will see the plunge down on the next week, in the beginning of the week, and because overall situation looks more bearish rather than bullish, but who knows? Because surprise positive effect from the voting could be really very strong, because currently mostly markets expect the negative result. Well, that's all that I would like to say about the gold market. Let's wait what we will get on the S&P voting, and return to this question, our weekly research, and the comments on Monday.